Hello, my friends. How are you all doing? So as we all know, Donald Trump is a dumb bastard. But some of you are asking me to be more specific. What did he do now? What's going on? Because it's an endless news cycle with Donald Trump and his absolute insanity. But I guess we finally get some good news, as good as you get with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is screwing his own supporters, the very people that vote for him now, with his tariffs, because Canada is getting sick of our nonsense, apparently. So we're going to talk about that today with old Donald Trump's tariffs, how it's going to affect a lot of things out there, and how it's not the victory that Donald Trump and a lot of other dumb bastards think it is. So that'll be fun now, won't it? I don't know if you guys missed me yesterday. Did you miss me? I wasn't here. I was in a bad mood, let's say. I was in a bad mood because I woke up yesterday to find out that I guess Elon Musk has like some sort of control over the treasury now, like the social security payments and shit like that. You know what? I just didn't want to fucking hear it yesterday. I just said, you know what? I'm checking out of the entire world for the day. And I did. I parked my truck. I was protesting all by myself. I don't know if it was a good protest, but I had a really good time. I just stopped participating in generating money yesterday. I needed a day off is one reason, but it was my own little protest. So I refused to drive my truck yesterday. I parked it in a truck stop. I left my truck behind. I went over and I had some really amazing tacos, and I probably drank a little bit too much, and I also got myself one of those motel rooms, you know, with the hot tub in the room, and I laid around in there and I drank probably too much more. And then I went over and saw some of those ladies that dance around on the stage for you, and I helped them improve their economy yesterday, and made them a little money. So hey, I don't know if it's a good protest, but if you're gonna protest, at least have a good fucking time is what I always say. So I just checked out from the entire system yesterday. I said, you know what, it's all coming to an end anyways. If Elon Musk is in charge of the treasury or whatever the fuck he's doing over there, I might as well go out having a good time. And then I had to come back to reality today and get back to work, because the world did not end yesterday. And I guess that's good news. If we can take anything away from that, my friends, even when things seem to be really fucked up, which they seem to be, I guess the world doesn't totally end and we live to fight another day, or live to go back to work the next day. I don't know. I don't know if I like the sound of that at all, but that's where I went yesterday, and I thought you guys might enjoy that story. Sometimes I just say, nope, fuck it, I'm not participating today. And then I go have a lot of fun. So that's where I was. But anyways, Donald Trump, as we know, is a dumb son of a bitch, right? He doesn't understand anything about diplomacy, foreign affairs, trade agreements, things like that. And Donald Trump's solution to everything in the world is tariffs. We will put tariffs on you. So he's been threatening the tariffs for a while on his campaign trail and everything. And they finally have went into effect, I guess. There was, hold on, there's this guy walking around my truck. Hold on. Sorry, one of the workers here. I didn't want to catch him on my video because he's just minding his fucking business and doesn't need to be drug into my bullshit. So I saw him walking around. I wanted to just cut that part out real quick. Anyways, so I guess these tariffs have went into effect, and as soon as they did, as soon as whatever her name is, the spokesperson, I stopped listening to these people that Donald Trump brings out to address America. I stopped listening so much, I don't even remember what their fucking title is anymore. But immediately when she said, yes, tariffs will be going into effect, the stock market started dropping terribly when that happened. So we already saw immediate economic effects when that happened. Now, obviously, to people like me, the working class, the stock market doesn't matter a whole lot. Maybe you got some things invested, but it's not like we saw huge losses like, you know, people with a lot more money than us. But still, it was an economic reaction immediately to those tariffs. Then we start seeing, of course, Canada. And you know what, my Canadian friends, I was a little too hard on Canada when I started this channel. One thing I'm doing as I go through this channel is learning shit. So I thought that Justin Trudeau was kind of being weak at first. I see some Canadians agree with me and some don't. Turns out it's not my fucking business. But Canada, and Justin Trudeau had announced, you know what, we're going to go ahead and hit America with the tariffs too. He gave a very good speech about all the things Canada has done for America, all the things we've done together, the prosperity we've created between both nations by cooperation and just being good neighbors, right? And he obviously, him and probably a lot of Canadians are disappointed with the bullshit that Donald Trump is doing. But my understanding of the tariffs coming from the Canadian side of it now are a lot of them are specifically targeted at red states. Now, I understand a lot of people always tell me, but Josh, you have to understand there's Democrats in red states too, and I totally understand that. But the majority of the people in those states came out, heard Donald Trump's shitty policies, didn't bother to learn what a fucking tariff was until the day after they voted for him, and then panicked because, oh shit, I just learned what a tariff is after I made a really terrible decision with my vote. I'm kind of a dumb bastard. And anyways, the majority of people in those states voted for Donald Trump. So Canada says, look, we're not doing anything illegal. We're not breaking any laws. We can just make, we can respond. And our response will make life more difficult on especially people that live in red states. And look, Canada's not trying to harm us. I think they don't understand why the fuck this is happening. Like, what the hell is Donald Trump doing? I think is the biggest thing. But they have every right in the world to retaliate. And I fucking hate that. As an American, I don't ever want to live in this country and be like, well, fucking, I guess we deserve that, didn't we? And I know we've got a pretty spotty history where we've done some fucked up shit. I understand that. But maybe one day we can get our heads out of our asses and stop, you know, provoking other countries for absolutely no reason. And that would be cool, I think. But what the fuck do I know? I don't really know, I guess. But I agree with the other countries that are going to stand up to Donald Trump, that are going to retaliate, and they absolutely should. I appreciate that Canada is being more thoughtful in it instead of just sweeping tariffs and like, hey, look, the people that came out in numbers to vote for Donald Trump should feel the repercussions of their vote. I think that is good. I think it's a good thing. Look, like I said, I don't like it. I don't like that I have to sit here and cheer for other world leaders to do something because my president's a dipshit. I don't like that even a little bit. You know, there's one thing when the president missteps a little bit and we you know, maybe does some things wrong, but Donald Trump is doing this shit on purpose, mainly because he don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he thinks he's like the world bully now. And straight up, we can't have that. In any country, we can't have any country rising up to think that they're going to bully the entire world and tell everybody what to do. So it sucks that it's us, my fellow Americans, but I guess we fucking had it coming, didn't we? Now, obviously, in my opinion, these kind of trade wars are mostly lose-lose for everyone involved. I do feel like America is going to be harmed very greatly on these tariffs, from what I understand of tariffs, because the main reason, we're all already broke as fuck, right? We don't have healthcare and shit. We can't, like, deal with emergencies here in America like they can in Canada. So if Canadians deal with a little financial hardship, at least there's still some safety nets out there. Not saying I like this, Canadians. What I'm saying is we're fucked. We're completely fucked when this stuff starts going on. And people don't understand. Let me relate it to what I do. As you guys know, I'm a truck driver, right? People were blaming Biden for the longest time for the high fuel prices for trucks. I guess they got amnesia, they bumped their heads, and they forgot about that time that Donald Trump completely mismanaged COVID, causing a very, I don't know if we would call it an economic crash necessarily. That may be a little bit extreme, but it was really bad because Donald Trump is a child that doesn't listen to doctors and scientists and thinks he knows better. And instead of pulling us through a pandemic, he just made the situation fucking worse by lying to everyone. Do y'all remember that, or is that just me? Am I from a different timeline where that existed? Because a lot of times Trump supporters are acting like COVID never existed. It was never a thing. But anyways, the fuel prices and things, well, the prices of a lot of things were the direct result of Donald Trump being a complete fuck up, and we all ended up paying higher prices. truckers try to convince me all the time that it was Biden's fault. We're already starting to see the increase in fuel prices. We're definitely going to see the increase in fuel prices with these tariffs. I'll keep an eye on it, see if it starts to affect me. But then average everyday Americans, the same fucking ones that told us Trump is for the working class and he's going to fix the economy on day one, mind you, now they're making excuses. Oh, we didn't fix it on day one. You have to give him time. Fuck you. I don't have to give him time because he said on day one he can fix every fucking problem out there. So I'm not out of line by holding a grown man to the words that he said, even though I didn't vote for him. But anyways, average Americans, especially red states, it sounds like, but guys like me, I didn't fucking do this. I didn't vote for that shit. I travel through a lot of red states. That's mostly what I do. Now I'm gonna have to pay the higher fucking fuel prices. So with what I do, it's a very delicate balance between making money and not making money. It's very difficult to keep that balance sometimes. So once we start paying these higher fuel prices, guys like me are going to have to start making decisions if it's worth doing. And I tried to tell these truckers, I tried to tell them, because shit's about to get a lot worse for us in a lot of ways. I know a lot of you aren't interested in trucking specifically, but this is how I equate things in my head with how this all works. For one, we're not going to have as much freight to move because people are going to stop buying stuff and selling stuff because there's tariffs on both sides. Now we're all going to be doing that thing where we're all scrambling for the next load. We're sitting at the truck stop for 2 fucking days waiting for someone to figure something out. And also our fuel prices are going to go a lot higher. As you guys know, truckers are one of the backbones of the economy, if you will. There's plenty of moving parts that go into this economy, and we are going to see a lot of them get completely fucked on these tariffs. And I'm here for it. And I'm going to be here for it. And I'm going to remind them every day that Donald Trump is the president. Donald Trump is the one that imposed the tariffs. Donald Trump is the one that's hiding the science, all the medical data for the bird flu. They're suppressing that so no one knows anything about it. And every fucking decision he makes and has been making is we're going to see the direct fucking results of that. And we deserve it, I guess, because that's apparently how we voted. Listen, I hear you guys. You guys have asked me quite a few times to look into the apparent vote suppression. I want to say it one more time. I'm going to defer that to people smarter than me. I'm not afraid of the topic necessarily, but there are people that understand that on a greater level than I do. Look at me. I look like a fucking redneck. If I start running around the internet saying stuff about elections being rigged and stolen and shit, I look no better than Marjorie Taylor Greene being a fucking conspiracy theorist over there. So I know some of you have urged me to discuss that topic. I'm doing it for us. I'm avoiding it for us. The people that are smarter about how these things work, I encourage them to speak on it. I watch their videos too, and I hear what they're saying, but I'm not equipped enough to defend those points if somebody is asking me about them. I'm deferring that to the people smarter than me. I hope you'll all respect that decision, because it's one of those things I just have to do sometimes. Anyways, I think that this goes one of two ways. Let me wrap this video up. Well, maybe not one of two ways. We might explore more ways as we go. Americans that already don't live that well, you know, a lot of us are paycheck to paycheck. I don't know how Canadians are with all that. We are going to feel this, and we are going to have to pull back on what we buy. And budget much better and just go without sometimes. That is a thing that's going to happen because of Donald Trump's little tariff policy, and we're all going to take it in the ass on that. So be ready for that, and I'll be here every day saying this is Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump is going to declare victory in his little trade war while never solving anything, but he's going to lie to the American people about how he made things better, and we'll find that nothing happened at all. That's a possibility also. Either way, I hate that I have to say it as an American, but it is because of how crazy Donald Trump and Elon Musk are and how they're really getting close to an actual takeover of our government. That's scary, isn't it? We, unfortunately, need ourselves to stand up for ourselves, and we need world leaders out there standing up for us at this point, too. Isn't that fucked up to think about? That's scary, isn't it? Anyways, that's all I got on the topic. I hope I explained myself well enough. So anyways, thank you guys. Love you. Bye now.